Yo, what it do? Studio Fox Cave coming through. Yeah, y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all tuned in to the Fox Cave Chronicles. It's your girl, Foxy. And who do we have in the cave tonight?
What's up? It's your boy KJ, 16 Bars Recording Studio.
Alright, y'all. We got KJ in the Fox Cave. Well, actually, the Fox Cave. We in 16 Bars Studio. This is our very first in-studio interview, y'all. So, yeah, we decided. I was thinking about it, and I was like, should I put the backdrop up, or should I let the studio be the backdrop? Since this is an in-studio interview, so we got the studio as the backdrop. Yeah, KJ.
What's up?
What it do, man?
Man, what's up? I'm so glad you got me on the show. I really appreciate it.
KJ, I cannot believe, out of all the years that you have been doing what you're doing, no one has asked to interview you or wanted to interview you?
No, this is the first ever interview that I've ever had. So,
man, I know we about to get some legendary stuff tonight.
You know, let's see what you got.
Oh, man. Don't make this like pulling teeth. Don't make this like pulling teeth with Foxy.
Oh, no. You know.
Okay. All right, y'all. Like I said, we are in 16 Bar Studio tonight for an in-studio interview with KJ, and we're going to chop it up with him pretty soon. But first, as you all know, the Fox Cave Chronicles is nominated for 3 Hood Idol Awards, y'all. We are nominated for Media Outlet of the Year, Internet Grinder of the Year, and Podcast of the Year. So, what I need y'all to do is go to www.hoodidoltour.com and cast your vote for the Fox, man. Y'all know now. Not to brag now, but you know what I'm talking about. We did just win Social Media Influencer of the Year 2023 last Saturday for the Best of Mississippi Award. So yeah, we still having our I'm gonna say natural high moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still actually, I was gonna bring the conversation piece with me because I'm feeling like 3-6 Mafia when they won at Oscar. You know what I'm talking about? I just want to take it everywhere with me.
I heard that.
I want to take it everywhere with me because you know that one really means a lot to me. So yeah. Shout out. Thank you. Shout out to the Best of Mississippi Awards. Okay, if you would like to be a guest for season 4 of the Fox Cave Chronicles, as you all know, season 4 is rocking and rolling, and we're about to come to an end, y'all. Yeah, we've been rolling since June. So if you haven't had a chance to lock your date in, stop playing around, y'all. Book it. Lock your date in so we can get you on the show, so we can chop it up with you and let the people know what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? So all you gotta do is inbox me, DM me, message me, all that good stuff, and I can give you the details about becoming a guest. Okay? Shout out to our sponsors for season 4. Textured and Tone Fitness Training. Shout out to my trainer, Ayana Pride. She specializes in fitness training, everything healthy, and you can get her for CMOS as well. So hit her up on Facebook, Ayana Pride, Instagram, Positively Pride, and make sure you tell her that Foxy sent you. Get your fitness journey started, y'all. Be healthy. Get your fit life. I had to go back and get my fit life. So yeah, shout out to Textured and Tone Fitness Training. Shout out to Javo Designs. I'm telling y'all, how y'all think I be getting all these Fox Cave shirts, Fox Cave merch, Fox Cave this and Fox Cave that? Javora Brent on Facebook, Javora Brent on Instagram, Javo Designs. Shop with her. This is a black-owned business, and she does amazing work. And make sure you tell her that Foxy sent you. All right, y'all. We'll save the rest of our announcements for the end of the show. KJ, let's get it.
All right, let's get
it. Okay. First of all, let's tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, like where you from, where you grew up, all that good stuff. Because some people want to know, are you from Jackson? Some people want to know your nationality. Is he white? Is he Mexican? You know.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
So let's chop it up. Let's let the people know.
All right. Well, I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. Moved down here in Mississippi when I was about 9 years old. and grew up in Burton Dishon. So
what?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep, for sure. Yep.
What street?
Douglas.
I'm Marion Dunbar.
Real? Oh,
yeah. We gotta talk about this after the show.
Yeah, but
okay.
I went to Powell Elementary and Morrison, and then Lanier and Callaway.
Okay, so you a mixed breed. You got 833 in your hand.
Yeah.
But they say it's all about where you graduated from.
Right.
So you Callaway.
Yeah.
Okay, KJ. Now, how was it growing up for you? Did you have a tough childhood, or were you a person that was very social or easy to make friends with? Let's talk about your childhood personality.
All right. Well, I was kind of introverted, so music was my main focus even from a child. That's like the only thing that I really was into. I wasn't really into sports or nothing like that. I'd ride my bike and things, but whenever I got a chance, I was playing the keyboard or trying to record something or playing my drums. I played drums in the church. I was in the band, and I was really into that. Like, that was what I was very into. And when I was young, I was dyslexic, but I didn't really figure that out till much later on.
Wow.
So I could read music better than I could actually read out loud. Now, I could read in my head very good, but reading and writing and things like that, I kind of struggle with, but I could read music like fluently, just better than I could read. So I guess that had something to do with being dyslexic because of how I saw the notes.
Yeah. So it was like music in a way was therapy.
Yeah.
For you.
Most definitely. Yep.
Okay, now tell me about high school. Like, were you into sports or were you in the band or anything like that?
Yeah, I was in the band. I was drum captain for middle school, and I went to Lanier for a little while and kind of had some issues, so I transferred over to Callaway for different reasons. Which, when I was at Lanier, I was a little bit more into the band than I was at Callaway because I transferred over. So I kind of lost that band thing with that. But the band mainly was my main interest. I wasn't really into sports at all, so never was really athletic or anything like that.
Okay, so when did you get into producing? Like when did that all that happen?
Well, I produced like the first record when I was about 15, and I had a couple of old tape decks that people used to always bring me to fix. Because I could fix things really good at fixing stuff.
Oh, Mr. Fix It.
Yeah, if it was broke, I'd figure it out. I'd tear it apart and put it back together again and, make it work.
Yeah.
But they used to always bring these old tape decks that the rubber bands would break in. So I would figure out the exact length and how much resistance that rubber band needed to have to play the tape at the right speed and fix the tape decks for people. So I ended up with a lot of tape decks. So I figured out how to link several tape decks to record tracks. So it was kind of a way of rigging it to do that. And I had a Casio keyboard and drum set. So I used to play the keyboard, and then I'd play that on one tape and flip the tape around and play the drums from that cassette to the other cassette, and so on. I do that in EQ and noise reduction, and then I get my vocals over there, which is my cousins. And
I was just about to ask you. I'm like, now who are you producing for at 15 years old?
Yeah, anybody that want to record something, I was down to do it. So my cousins would come in and record, and they did a song. It was modeled after old Michael Jackson song. It's called 2600 Lambton Street. Because that's where they grew up. Shout
out to Lambton Street, man.
So that was Merlin, Jackie, Pat, and Yvette. And they used to come in and sing, and Pat used to rap, and I would record it, and we play it back and listen to it all the time. And that was like one of my first realizing that that's what I really wanted to do. It goes back further than that, but that was the first thing I produced.
Do you remember the name of the song?
2600 Lambton Street.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Dang, man, that's crazy. Okay, so 15 years old, you produced your first track.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now at what point did you really decide to go ahead and start taking it seriously?
My aunt used to go to garage sales all the time, and she got this Apple computer, and the Apple computer had this box on it that I didn't know what it was at the time, and it had all these different jacks on the back of, like, you know, portholes. I'm saying how this is how I saw it then, and so it didn't work, and you know, let's fix it. I cut my mom's sewing machine cord off and sewed it on. Well, not sewed it, but attached it to the back of the.
You know, read computer. This up.
And it came on.
Yeah.
All right. So when it came on, it had like only one program on there, and it was called Sound Tools. So I clicked on it, and it opened up, and it was like a digital recording software, which was actually the first version of Pro Tools.
Wow, man.
Yep. So when I saw that, I was like, oh man, this is exactly what I need, you know, because I had rigged up all these tape decks to do this. So now I have a real studio DAW, a digital audio workstation. And it was old, but it worked, and we could record only like one song at a time on there. Then I had to record it off of the computer onto a cassette tape.
That was like buried treasure to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was. So I was really glad to get it, and you know, she's the reason how I kind of got into it, because then I started learning how to really operate Pro Tools, because it was Sound Tools at the time, but I learned how to sync the tracks, how to find the tempos, and everything that I need to do to get a professional recording going on. So after that, it was from one computer to the next, from one piece of gear to another piece of gear, and turned one of my rooms into a studio. And started my first record label, which was Smoke Wave Productions. That was in 1997. So that's
Smoke
way back.
Productions.
Smoke Wave Productions, yep. And we recorded a song, and we went to 90.1, and they played it.
Ah, man, this had to been back. I'm pretty sure this was back when 90.1 was playing rap music.
Yep, it was every Saturday. And they would play our music like 5 or 6 times that Saturday. I mean, they wore it out. And because we were like some of the first somebody to come in there with a song, you know, a real professional recorded song.
If it was on 90.1 during the 90s, I'm pretty sure I heard it.
Yeah, shout out DJ Low.
Shout out. Okay, now let's travel a little further.
Okay.
When did 16 Bars become a thing to you?
Okay, in 2005, 16 Bars was established by Low Key Entertainment, and Chuck was the owner. So I was working, before 16 Bars became a thing, I was working at Future Shock Records, and recorded his sister-in-law, Kiki. And Kiki could sing. I mean, she was like one of the best female vocalists at the time that I had recorded. And so Chuck actually owned the convenience store at the other end of this building, and I was working at Morrison Brothers Music at the time, and at Future Shock Records at the same time. But I walked in there, and I saw his sister-in-law, and I was like, hey. She was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, all right. She's like, you the studio man? I was like, yeah. She was like, my brother-in-law wants to build a studio, and he's looking for somebody to run it, to be an engineer. And I was like, hey, that's right up my alley. You know, right now I'm working at Future Shock, but you know, I'm down, and that sounds good to me. So, you know, we came down here to this building. It was just an open building, like it was I think it was Club 7 before that. And so it was no walls in here. It was just open from the front to the end. You could see it all the way through to the back wall. And we talked about the studio, and I had been hearing people talk about they wanted to build a studio, and so many people was like promising this and promising that, and they never followed through with it. You know, it'd just be talk. And I seriously thought that this was just talk. You know, but I was down. I was like, whatever, we could talk about it. So I came in and kind of gave him a little plan. I put some black tape on the floor on where I thought the wall should be, where the control room, his office, the front lobby, a hallway, and just like how I set up now. And before I knew it, the guy had a construction team in here and was doing everything that I was telling him to do, and
making it happen. And
I was like, man. So I was like, I wonder if, you know. So I talked to him. I said, what about a little salary? You know. And he's like, bet, yo, we can do that. I was like, what? So the man put me on salary.
Okay.
So I'm like, hold up now. So we end up working in here. You know, we built the studio, and the record label was Low Key Entertainment. So they had all their artists and everything, and all I had to do was really work with their artists. And then on Mondays, And then the rest of the week, I could have studio sessions to supplement my income. So that's kind of like how we did that for a while. And, you know, it went on for a minute. But eventually, Chuck decided to move to Atlanta, and he started Green Eye Entertainment. So, and he was also working with a lot of other people. So it kind of, you know, moved up into a bigger studio. And it gave me the opportunity to take it over. So that's kind of how I ended up being the owner of 16 Bars. But it all started with Chuck and Duke.
Shout out.
Low Key Entertainment, Chuck and Duke. Yep.
Okay, so 16 Bar Studio is up, it's going. Tell me about how your experience has been being an engineer and everything here at 16 Bar Studio. Like, I know it's been definitely an experience.
Oh yeah, it's been an experience. It's been the best experience of my life. I haven't worked a day since I stepped in the studio. I love what I do, and if I had some other way of income, I would just do it for free. You know, it's something that I enjoy. Is working with different people and different people from around here. It's so diverse, and the talent is so deep. This is truly the Mississippi, you know, the birthplace of American music. Because, I mean, I've seen so many talented people come through here, and every day is a new experience, and I really don't know. A lot of times I have no idea what I'm fixing to get into, but it's always great. I mean, I can probably count on my hand the people that have come in here and just didn't sound like they should be doing music to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a wonderful experience. I think I have the coolest job in the world other than an astronaut. Really.
Okay. How do you know, how do you know what sounds to put together for certain artists? Like when they come in, like sometimes they may not know what direction they want to go in. Like, cause at this point you have to come up with something. Like, how does that work?
Well, honestly, most of the time when they come here, they've already been to home studios or, you know, not the real deal. So usually I'm like, okay, I got a hit. I think I want to go to 16 Bars and record it. So usually by the time most people come here, they really know what they want. So I basically follow their lead and let them be the creator. And it's just basically my job is to make whatever they're doing sound as good as possible. And I take my experience, what I know with music, and apply it. I stick with the rules, but sometimes, like Smoke D told me, I go outside of the lines a little bit, not always sticking with the rules. You know, just go with what feels good.
Shout out to Smoke D, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I never forgot that when he told me I was in here making a beat, and it was like the beat was kind of, I guess it was kind of robotic. And he was like, man, you just need to go outside the line, paint outside the lines. Don't always be. And when he told me that, that's something I applied. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna create our own sound instead of sounding like somebody else. Whatever they sound like, I'm just gonna take that and amplify it and just dive all the way into it. So I don't really try to take over. I let the artists do what they're gonna do, and then I just make that sound as good as possible. And if somebody don't sound quite as good, I'm gonna be like, man, that don't sound good. I just take whatever I know how to make it sound way better and apply it to it, you know.
Wow, man. Yeah. That I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do it, KJ, because I probably would be like, man, listen, man, you got to come. But what you want me to do? What you want me to do?
It takes a lot of patience, but I love what I do. You know, it's a passion for me. It's something. This is my hobby as well as my job.
That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I was waiting to hear.
It is my hobby. You ask me what do I do outside of music or recording engineer? I learn more about engineering. You know, even though I've been doing this for 30 years and I've been in this studio for 18, I'm always trying to learn something new. You know, I'm not closed-minded to think I know it all. Or at one time when I got going good, I kind of felt like I knew everything, but then that's when I started to slack. To me, I felt like things started slowing down. When I opened my mind up and always stayed open-minded and ready to learn more and always eager to learn something new and try something new, then that's when things started getting better and better and better for me. So 16
Bars is really like, I ain't gonna say like, it's a legendary recording studio. You've had a lot of legends come through these doors. Let's talk. Can we talk about some of them? Tell us some of them.
Yeah.
While you doing that, I'm gonna check in on our viewers. I'll be right back. KJ, you ain't said a word.
Oh, I
was waiting on you.
My bad. I had to pull up my list. You know, I get a little nervous when the camera come on. So
he got the notes. He got his notes.
I had to pull up some notes.
That's right.
But I mean, what you want to know? Like, who recorded here?
Yeah.
Major or local?
Let's start with major.
Major. All right. Mm-hmm. So we've had Lil Flip, Webby, Gotti, Boosie, Bubba Sparks, remember?
Yeah.
Bubba Sparks, yep. Young Dolph, C-Loc.
Wow.
Bun B, Bushwick Bill. Remember Bushwick Bill?
Man, legendary.
Rest in soul.
Rest in peace, Bushwick Bill.
Bell Biv DeVoe.
I'm about to go crazy.
Yep, spent all day.
I'm going crazy.
All day with them.
I love.
I'll tell you a little secret. That song that they just released, I heard that like a couple of years ago when they was in here. So I was excited to hear it when it released because I had to keep that on the hush for the longest.
Yeah.
But GC Cameron, you know, he's one of the original spinners. He's also a member of the Temptations.
Oh, legendary.
Lenny Williams.
Yes.
You know, you know, and Bobby Rush and
shout out to Bobby Rush.
Terrence Davis from Cause and Effects. You remember with MC Hammer, he had a group called Cause and Effects, and that was Terrence Davis. He's a Southern soul singer now, and he records me all the time.
Wow.
And that's just a few of them.
Yeah. You know. Man, some legendary people. Did they sign a while?
They all signed a while.
Yep. You gotta show me Hall some of those. Oh, yes. Sure. You know Foster gotta sign that thing too, man. Gotta put my on that thing.
Yep.
Okay, what about locally?
You got a minute?
Yeah.
Now this just gonna be the people that
just, you know,
that I recorded. This ain't everybody, cause I probably had about 1,000 people in here, honestly. Mm-hmm. And just in the state of Mississippi and then outside of Mississippi. But the people that I've been working with, just say the last 3 months or so.
Okay.
All right. So shout out first my wife, Aretha Henry. Y'all gotta check out.
Hey, wifey.
Aretha Henry Jones. You know what I'm saying? Lex Luger. You know Lex Luger being here.
Shout out Lex Luger.
Doing
you know
his drops. You know what I'm saying?
His interview is next week actually.
Oh, okay. For sure. You know that's my business partner too.
Yeah.
So. Yep. All right, Prince Chris, 4LP, 4L Mall, 4L Deuce, D-Rich Kid, Pumpkin, Dump Truck.
Dump Truck
be go hard.
I gotta check Dump Truck out. The name already got me. Yep. The name got me.
I think he kind of new on the scene, but he got some pretty good stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna tap in with him.
Moteezy, TG, M. Dot. D.O. Dub, Sooty, The Martian, Peyton Sharp. That's Peyton with a 3. Mike Hustle.
Shout out to Mike Hustle.
You know
I was putting Mike Hustle songs with when I had your flyers in my store.
Oh, okay, mm-hmm. Okay, yep. Playboy Deb, Concrete Brothers, Glenn Pearson, and you know that he's on Bill Collective.
Okay.
So I'm producing his album, and he got some pretty good music.
I need to tap in with
Glenn jamming. J Blade, Jelly Green.
Man, shout out to Jelly Green, man. Jelly Green, he was a guest on the Fox Cave Chronicles. I think that was season 1 or 2.
Yep.
When I heard one song by Jetta Green, and it made me a fan. And it was a song called "These Drugs."
Yeah.
Oh man, that sold me. That sold me.
Go hard.
Man, Jetta be
remixing
jamming.
Stuff too, kind of flipping it around.
Yeah, he be jamming.
Yep. Chris Lucci, Gutter the Sip God. You know Gutter.
I know Gutter. Happy birthday, Gutter. We just told you that, but happy birthday again.
Yeah, he just left. Sip Soldiers, the whole Sip Soldiers, you know, Jalen Nate, Exit Only, Smoke D, Darnell, D Trill, you know, D Trill, Nicholas, Ariel Jade, Demetrius Hollins, Hardhead Twinkie, Jimmy Ferrari, B Down, Portia P, J1.
Shout out.
Last Time, Nick Walker, and Gold Gillis. Ooh. Lil J Thuggin, Mississippi the Chosen One, Roby Rachi, Kilaja One. What up, Kilaja One? Alright. Mo Fox, 601 Cash Flow, Her Soul, C Childs.
Shout out.
Matt Cannon, I know you know Matt Cannon. J Money. You remember J Money from Cadillac Don?
Yeah, man, dark skin with the goals in his mouth.
He's still doing his thing. Yup.
I didn't even know he was
doing a little bit of Southern Soul now.
Doing
a little bit of Southern Soul now.
Okay.
So, because you know he's rapping with the inside peanut butter, outside jelly song. Yep. Royalty Ace, Trap Osama, Kill, that's spelled K-I-3-L. Make sure we get that right. Kids God, Trimble Does It, which is another artist that was with 3535 back in the day with so I know y'all know Trimble Does It. Rooster, Bambino the Golden Child. Now Bambino was one of my first artists that I worked with that had a record that went big. I produced that song. He did All Eyes on Me. So I did that beat for him, and that song went pretty big. So Bambino was the first person to actually put my music on a nationwide level.
Wow.
So Bambino the Golden Child.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
AAC, Chef J. That's AAC Chef J. Hothead J. Myron Simpson. John Dip. Ski Mask Cowboy. Slugger Da Vinci. Prince Red Smoke. JT Bolivar. Darrell Cartier. D. Scott. Now you know D. Scott is a producer. He's a co-producer with me, so we produce a lot of music together. Yep, and I got a new apprentice that work here on the late night shift. My night shift engineer, Rob, created it. And he's pretty dope. He produced music and he's engineering here. So we got extended hours now. Like we work from like 8 to maybe 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh man, y'all hear that? Extended hours for all you night owls that be ready to jump in the booth.
Yeah, it's not me now. It's Rob created it. He's really good. He went to school for engineering and I trained him also. So he's doing a pretty good job. Bias and Prophet F Bang Out. So that's just the people that I've been working with just in the last 3 months or so.
Wow, that's
and I hope I didn't leave anybody out.
That's a lot.
I hope I didn't leave anybody out. And if I did, my bad.
Don't hold it against him, y'all. Because he got a list over there, man. I'm so serious. Okay, now, how can someone go by booking a studio session at 16 Bars?
Well, I don't recommend that you DM me on Instagram. I'm not really that big on social media as I should be, although we are on social media at 16BarsStudio on Instagram and Facebook. The best way to do it is just call me. Call the number 601-622-2922. You can also text the word session, and I'll text you back with all the information you need for us, how much we charge for studio time and our hours of operation. That way you can respond back at what day and time will work best for you. I don't book anybody under the age of 18. So you have to be 18 or older. If you're under 18, bring your parents. I want to meet your parents. They're going to meet me. I want them to come in here and see the environment that their child is going to be in. Recording.
Professional.
Other than that, 18 or older, just give me a call and it's let me know what day and time. Everything's by appointment only. So you do have to make an appointment ahead of time. Sometimes we be pretty booked, so it may be about a week in advance. You have to think about a week, or maybe a week and a half or so, but that don't mean we can't get you in. It just means that we have a list You just kind of have to fall in line. Every now and then we have a council or somebody reschedule, and I can get you right in. But other than that, you have to make an appointment.
Professional. Professional, y'all. Okay, now, KJ, tell me, did you have anything to do with naming the studio 16 Bars? Like, where did the name come from?
I wish I did, because it's a cool name, but I did not. Chuck came up with the name, so that was his idea all the way. So it's just a musical term, which is the length of a verse, or most typical verses back in that time. Now people usually do like 12 bar or 8 bar verses, but at that time in like 2005, 2006, 16 bars was almost a standard. You know, it's like, you got to give me a good 16. You know what I'm saying? So 16 bars is where the name came from. I mean, the term.
Yeah.
16 bars.
Yeah. So people don't do 16 bars anymore?
Rarely. You know, with social media and everything being so fast paced, I don't think people have patience for a long verse. Now, every now and then we get a good verse that's 16 bars and it go hard and it feel good and it's all good. But if you notice, most songs are really short now.
That's what I was like, what's the typical time range for your like, basic song now?
No more than 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. That's a long song now. So, yeah, things have changed a lot. You just have to flow with it, go with the flow and go with the changes.
It's crazy.
1 bar verses is a thing now because, like I said, with everything being so instant, with social media just giving us everything we need right away, that's got our attention spans pretty short. And so a long song is, I think, irritating to most people. And DJs don't even really care for them either, So if you want to get your music played, you got to keep that thing short, You got to keep it, get in and get out, you know what I'm saying? If they want to hear it again, then play it again. But 4 verses, 16 bars long, ain't nobody doing that.
People's attention spans is short now. Like they, like you got to catch them in the first.
You got to catch them.
If you don't catch them in the first 30 seconds to a minute.
Yep. So
they finna change station. They finna turn it off and find something else. Like, for real.
Start a conversation, start talking or something.
Or be saying, man, what this garbage is, man? Turn it
Everybody music critics now, so you gotta really be on your thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Okay, tell Foxy what's the craziest studio session that you've ever had?
All right. That's easy.
Tell me.
I'll never forget this guy. So, the old guy came in the studio.
How old, KJ?
This guy had to be about probably 65, maybe something like that, 66, 68 years old or something. He was an old guy,
He better not be up there trying to rap.
He wanted to rap.
Oh, my God.
So, bruh came in there, went in the booth, and he said, I put the music on, set him all up and everything. He put the headphones on.
Yeah.
The beat started. He started going, I was like, man, hold on, man. I can't understand a word you saying. He said, yeah, that's all they doing now. You don't understand nothing they saying. They just going, blah, 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 blah. I said, no, man, no. I said, hold up, bro.
What?
I said, you just don't know what they saying. They are definitely saying something. So, we had to have a little conversation about it. I explained to him, but he still, still insisted on doing what he wanted to do. So, like I said, I don't really judge you or nothing. I just make whatever you do sound as best as possible.
Yeah.
So I EQ'd and mixed the hell out of it and made it sound as good as possible. But he just bumbled through the whole song. And he said, that's what they doing now. And I was like, that blew me away. I got another one. When
you first said that, I was about to ask you, was he from another country? Because I'm like, what?
He was from here. So another guy came in, and this was on Halloween. And he came to the door dressed up like a straight vampire.
Man, stop it, man.
Bro was a vampire.
Man.
But it get worse. It get worse because he went in the booth, and I turned the music on. The music was real bizarre. And, then he started saying some real satanic stuff. Like, he was all the way Antichrist, super satanic. Now, I'm a big person of faith. I pray. I appreciate how you prayed before we started this interview. And I appreciate that.
Always.
I prayed too before it. You know what I'm saying? So when you did that, I was like, oh, man, I feel good already. We do that
before every show.
So that's something I don't play with this guy. It's a lot of times I've had sessions with somebody, they be cussing in the same sentence with saying something about God. I'm like, hey man, I don't think you should do that. I don't usually intervene with what you're saying, but that's one thing I think you're gonna lose a lot of people with that. You gotta have respect for God no matter what. I mean, if you cussing the song, that's fine, but don't be cussing the same sentence. So that kind of stuff I don't go for. But this guy started saying some horrible things that I had never heard nobody say before, and that was one session I recorded with the audio off. I didn't want to hear a word he had to say, but I had to fulfill the session because I'd already took him in. But that's one thing I said I would never do again. I said I don't really believe in turning down business or turning anybody away, but if you come in here with some antichrist stuff, I'm not doing that. I'm not blocking no blessings of mine. God been too good to me to allow somebody to do that. And I had to go ahead and finish that because that's business. And I had to go ahead and let him finish his job and do what he wanted to do. And I cut that whole thing without hearing any of it. So what he got is what he got. And but those were the two that stick out when you ask most bizarre sessions. Yeah.
Okay, so how would you? So how can you even scream? How do you know what people are gonna come up in here with?
A lot of times I ask them what kind of music they're doing.
Okay.
So ever since then, if you're a new client or somebody that I never talked to before, I ask you what kind of music you do, what genre? Blues, gospel, R&B, rap. And then I kind of talk to them a little bit and see where they head at. Not to find out if that's what they're doing, but I just find it best for me to know what I'm getting into.
Right.
Before, so that way I'll already be prepared, just in case, studio look cloudy, you know what I'm saying? I had it prepared for somebody to come in here and doing some gospel music, you know what I'm saying? So that way I kind of know what I'm getting into.
Have you ever collaborated with any other engineers on a project?
No, other than out-of-state engineers. I have a lot of clients that don't even live in Mississippi and they just send their music. So there's a lot of engineers that work at other studios that send me projects to mix, and a lot of times I have to talk to them about how I need the project, or or maybe some questions on a few things from the demo that they sent. But not locally, not any other engineers.
Okay.
No.
What are some of the pros and cons of being an engineer?
Well, there are a lot of pros. Like I said, it's the best job in the world. I totally enjoy it. For me, it's more of just a passion. I wake up every day and I'm excited about the day. I really can't wait to get here and see what I got going on. I love absolutely everybody that come in here and record, because all of them heart. I just never met anybody that came here that wasn't on a good path or had a good vibe about them. I don't know if it's the atmosphere we have here or what, but when people come in here, they're on their best behavior and respectful and smart, and they really know their craft. So it's the pros is just meeting all different kinds of people and just doing what I love every day, and being good at it is just a plus on that. When people say, "Oh, I'll be back, man. I can't wait to do some more work with you." That to me, that's my pay. That's my pay right there. The money's paying the bills.
I definitely feel you. I feel you on that.
Yeah. So the cons is it's a business, and it's not always the same. So sometimes things are way up and through the roof. Sometimes I'm booked up 2-3 weeks, and sometimes it's just like just for the week, you know what I mean? But I'm always booked, and that's the blessed part about it. Is this studio has been really consistent for 18 years, and to me that's a blessing in itself. But the inconsistency is about the only con with it. I get a lot of, my schedule change a lot. People book a session and they'll cancel it, then somebody else will book and cancel and reschedule or something like that. So it's just a little inconsistent. But that's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, it's awesome,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how did you and Lex Luger meet?
Well, Lex brought an artist through, and man, I hate when I can't remember somebody's name, and I really should know. No, he brought one of his artists through, and that's how we met. He used to bring artists through to record, and I kind of liked the way he handled business. He seemed business orientated, not like a lot of people that he did everything that he said he was gonna do, and he always on time, and just like the way he handled business. So I know I never really wanted to do any kind of marketing and promotion. stuff like that. I was just always about production, you know, just making the music. But I needed somebody who could help get the artist's music out. I didn't want them to just come in here and record and then it didn't go anywhere. They didn't have any outlet or platform. So I kind of teamed up with Lex and asked him would he mind us doing joint ventures together, you know, just kind of teaming up. And I became a sponsor of the Hood Idol tour. And then we discussed about, you know, me sending him more clients.
Right.
So when they record here, I would recommend that they get Lex to market their music or help put it out, or he did CD duplications. That's somebody I want to get into either. You know, so they needed copies of, you know, extra copies of CDs or flyers or J cards, anything like that, or just somewhere to perform. Then I would send them to Lex, and then our business relationship just kind of grew into where he actually moved into the studio. So his office is actually the next room over. And I thought that would be a really good idea because that way people could come in. I leave his door open all the time so people can see that, you know, Lex is here and you can see all Lex plaques on his wall. His Lex is highly decorated with all this stuff. And he knows what to do and how to do it. And so that gave them more of an outlet to where they can put their music on the radio, do interviews, and shows. Because, you know, with the Hood Idol tour. So that's kind of how we teamed up, and where I thought it'd be a good thing because he kind of does everything I don't do. So that kind of made it full rounded, where it's like a one-stop shop. You come in, you can produce the music and get it marketed and promote the music, and I also perform the music. You know, yeah.
Awesome. Tell me about some of your accolades that you've received here at 16BarsStudio.
Well, I almost have to look around to see, but you know, we've gotten Studio of the Year countless times. I can't really. That's one of my notes I didn't. I knew it was gonna be something I was gonna forget. And like I said, it's because that's not really what I do it for. So the recognition is really great, but I've gotten Engineer of the Year. I think we had one of our first award shows, the Jackson Music Award. I forget what it was called. I have to look over there at it. But I won that, which was like the first award show that we had in Jackson, and we got Studio of the Year, and man. But I got trophies in here, y'all. They all over the place. But we've won several. You know, it's definitely an award-winning studio. So, still trying to get that Grammy. So, you know, haven't really got the Grammy yet, but you know,
coming soon.
We working on it. Man. We are working on it. Actually, got some songs that's in consideration for a Grammy right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's been that's one thing that I really want is that Grammy.
Coming soon. I remember Fox told you.
All right, Fox.
When you did the interview, she said it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the ticket right here.
So don't forgive me in your acceptance speech.
For sure. Ain't no doubt.
Hey, but then again, I might be sitting right there too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, 16 Bars, we know you do engineering recording, but is the studio also available for like if somebody wanted to do a podcast or anything like that?
Well, we have a full green screen studio, as well as a whole setup for any kind of podcast or news related TV show. So we have the camera situation where, you know, I can basically record the show and edit it. Monday J. Baker Film is my film company. So we do mainly, my main thing is like news related shows or podcast type stuff. We also shoot music videos. I'm in the middle of several movies right now. I did get that list.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm filming a few movies. Hang on, let me find it. All right, so I'm shooting Limited Loyalty. That's by Niecy Red up in Greenville. Also shooting Shoe Fly by Mississippi Humming Boy, also in Greenville.
Okay.
Shielded by His Grace. And that was guest starring Miss Tiffany. So
shout out.
And I'm doing a film myself. It's a short film called Lift.
Oh, so you you're filming actually.
Filming. None of these have been released yet, but they will be coming really soon. We're getting down to the end of it. So it's been a couple years, and that's one thing I found out about filming movies. I kind of jumped into it, and I wanted to be a film producer, but I said, I'm an inspiring film producer until I get a movie. So I have these movies underway, but they're not completed yet. But we're down to the last of it, and should be coming out real soon. All of them are really good movies too.
No more casting or nothing like that. You don't need any more cast, like anybody playing the role.
Actually,
hint.
Yeah, all right. So limited loyalty. May can still use a few more cast members on it, but we are reaching the end of Shoe Fly. So
okay.
So yep. But limited loyalty, I think so.
Give me that info, man.
I'm gonna get you that info for sure.
For sure.
Yep.
Now I know you're a pretty busy guy with 16 bars and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me, how do you incorporate, being a family man as well?
Well, I work from 11 to 7. 7 o'clock is over with. So that's why I got a second engineer here to do the late night stuff. Mm-hmm. So from that time, it's family time. When I go home, I'm done. I used to work a little bit at home, but now it's all family time. Every Sunday, I'm off. That is completely family time. So I make sure that I make time for wife and my kids, and and not work all the time. Even though it's really easy for me to fall into work all the time because it's my hobby, and I love it. So if I don't watch it, I will work around the clock. And I have caught myself working up to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
So, and getting like 3 or 4 hours of sleep and wake up and do it all over again. So I had to kind of slow all that down because I was doing 2 TV. Well, I had a TV show called Weekly Time Capsule.
I remember Weekly Time Capsule.
Yep, I produced that. That was on 18. And then I was filming Quarter Till News. With Nardo.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't think I knew about that one.
Nardo was doing the news, and
I know Nardo.
Tricky was the anchor.
Oh, with the weather, and they were doing like the weather, like
that was my show. I produced that. That was all done here at 16 Bars and our green screen studio.
Okay.
And
I did see that.
Mm-hmm. So I had that going on, and that kind of had me going round the clock. Like just up all night editing. So right now I'm not shooting anything extra currently, so that's kind of where me trying to make more time for family. Yep. Okay.
Any children?
Yeah, I got 4 kids. A set of twins that's 18, a 22-year-old, and an 18-year-old. Yeah.
Any of
3
them
in college right
Any
now.
of them trying to follow in your footsteps?
Well, no. I've tried nudging them into it, but if it's not something that they have a passion for, it's not. I don't really try to push them into that kind of stuff. My son came with me to shoot the movie in Greenville, Shoe Fly, and he enjoyed it. He was the boom mic operator, and he really enjoyed it. Now he's like, next time you go shoot, Dad, let me know. So now I think he's starting to see what I do, but I don't think they're really aware of what I really do. I don't think so. They know I do studio work and I do music, but my son is very athletic. He's a track runner, and my son is into mechanical engineering and arts. He wants to be a car designer.
Whoa,
he's about to finish college. He'll be doing that.
That's great.
Yeah. So and my daughter is looking to be a teacher. And my youngest son is looking into streaming. So I think he may be the one that's a little closer to what I do because he's interested in streaming, but not quite interested in studio work yet. But I see him leaning a little more towards it more than the rest of them.
Okay. Now, KJ, I'm going to ask you a question, and don't get offended, but somebody, they wanted to know. What's your nationality? Are you white? Are you black? What are you? I don't mean it like that, but the people want to know.
Yeah, I get that a lot because I go out to eat at Mexican restaurants, and the Mexicans just start speaking Spanish to me, and I be like, say what? And then they look at me like, oh, okay. But I'm my mother is white, and my biological mother. Let me get that straight. My biological mother is white because I'm adopted. So biological mother's white, and my biological father was half Hispanic and half black. And I found that out much later on in life. Went on to a site that if you were adopted, you put in your address, and if any of your siblings or anybody was looking for you, then the match would come up. And I had a sister that was looking for me, so that's kind of how I found out. Wow. Yep, that's how I found out. And they live in Missouri, and they're some really sweet people. I have a brother, a couple of sisters, and my mother. And I did not find my father, but my mother told me all about him, and he was a DJ. So I think that's maybe where I got it from. Being interested in production and music. But so I would say I am an American.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, because my mother's white and my father's black and Hispanic, and if you think about it, that's America. You know what I mean? That's like my ancestors are from America. So, but I'm black.
There's your answer.
It don't take but 15%, and you black. So I am black. In case anybody want to know, I'm black.
Okay, y'all. Yeah. Y'all heard him for sure. Okay, KJ. I wanted to ask you this. What are your thoughts on the music scene today?
Well, I've watched it grow to where there was just a few local artists to now you can hardly throw a rock and not hit an artist. It's thriving. It is plenty of recording artists here. If we had a major record label to just set up shop here and take true interest in Mississippi artists, we would take over the industry. We have our own sound. For a while, we were trying to sound like everybody else, but we finally found ourselves. And I watched this whole thing grow from, like I said, just a few artists to now thousands and thousands of recording artists. And it's a wonderful thing because Mississippi is so talented. I mean, like I said, I really don't have too many artists that come in here that don't sound good. Honestly, and I'm not just saying that. Really, they really are full of talent here, and so this, like I say all the time, for a long time it was my main hashtag, the birthplace of America's music, because we all, if you think about it, mainly a lot of the people that you really like were from Mississippi. They just had to say they were from Atlanta, from somewhere else to get in the game, because for a while, being from Mississippi was kind of looked at like we didn't know anything, and we were still driving them down dirt roads and stuff. But now we've gained a lot of respect. So now, if somebody from out of town, from Mississippi, go out of town and perform, it's like, hey, we got an artist here from Mississippi, and it's a big deal. It's cool now. So it's actually cool to be country, if you want to call us country, or you want to call us Southern. It's cool to be Southern, and our swag and our sound and the way we talk. They adopting all that, and they starting to talk like us and act like us, and and I'm seeing it, and it's amazing to watch the whole thing grow. I think it's just a matter of time before we pop, really blow for real.
Now I've been doing this show for 3 years now, and I've heard a lot of people say the same thing, But what is it actually going to take for that to happen?
I think it's going to take us to unite and just start truly working together. That's what we need to do. I think just working together would definitely do it. We don't have to be at each other's, be rivals or be at each other to make it, or be better than this person. Let's just all move together as one, as a unit. If we do that, that's all it takes. Just move as a system. If somebody's good at this, let's let them do that. If somebody's good at this, let them do that. And let's all move in a unit together instead of, competing. I think art is something that we just need to just let be yourself and do your music. But you don't have to be so competitive or such a critic about it. Let art be art. And that's all music is art. So if we all just work together as a unit and do our thing and have confidence in ourselves, and learn not to down the other person to gain, that's not the way to do it. If we all just recognize what everybody do and support each other, that's it. Because everything you need is right here on your phone. You know, the whole world. It's not like it used to be. You have to get the one sheet and the distribution. Hope the record stores pick up your CD. You upload your music to a digital platform. You know, it's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. It's a worldwide release. So the whole world is right here. So if we all just work together and, you know, have confidence in ourselves, we can do it.
Okay, I wanted to ask you something. What are your thoughts on a person getting a beat off of YouTube versus them coming into, you know, the studio with an engineer?
Okay. So we get that a lot, and when you get a beat off of YouTube, that's just for that's just for what am I trying to say? It's not for sale. It's just for the word I'm looking for is I don't know.
Well, it is probably right there.
It is. It's right there. But I guess what I'm really saying is that, you know, that's just for promote. It's not for. It's like promotion. Just to promote yourself, basically. It's not something that you can sell or make any money off of. It's just for demo purposes, you know. It's like a demo.
So you can make if you make a whole song with a YouTube beat.
You can't sell it. You really can't make any money off of it. You can't copyright it as your own work. You have to. It's just for promotional purposes only. You know what I'm saying? Just to promote yourself as an artist, to show your skills, to show what you could do to a dope beat. It's not hard to get your own beat or your original music. You know, there's a lot of dope producers right here in Jackson, right here in Mississippi, and I mean fire producers that can make a beat for you right on the spot, or they got a huge library that you can just pick from, and that's original music. But anything you get off of YouTube is just for, you know, just promotion only. You know, it's just only for just to promote yourself, which is a good thing. You know, you can do that, and you know, but you can't really sell it. A lot of people are actually uploading it to Spotify, but you know, when you do that, if something blow, then whoever owns that track gets 100% of the royalties.
Wow.
And a lot of times they don't take it down. So if that song hit to be a chart and you know, hit the charts and it become a big hit, they're not gonna take it down. They'll keep making that money. And they're gonna just get that money.
And so the artists don't get nothing.
Not a dime of it. You know, and they get sued for you know, for all of it and performance rights too. So even if they go perform it and they find out that they're performing that song, you know, then they can get that money too.
I did not know that.
Yep. So there's not a lot you can do unless you buy the track, you know, or you're giving. Sometimes they're allowing lease, and that's giving the artist permission. But that's only for so many. You can only go so far. It's like you can, you know, so many streams or so many units or so many, you know. I don't think that's a really good idea, because a lot of times when you get a beat that's a leased track, it's already been rapped on. You know, people have already downloaded. They've already tried it. They may have already put on the radio or their album and copywritten it. So when you go to copyright it, then you may find that it's got a copyright strike on it. You bought the track, but you really just leased it. So again, that's another promotions only type of thing for just, you know. And there's another word I'm looking for that I'm trying to say about it, but I can't think of it right now.
It's not entertainment purposes.
Yeah, you can say that, but that's not what I was. That's still not it. But entertainment purposes only, or just for promotions. You know, just to, you know, demo. You know, just basically a demo or a mixtape. So, but. It's not hard to get your own original material, and I try to urge more people to do that. I produce music, so you can easily come to me, and I produce all kinds of music. And if I can't, then I team up with D. Scott. If it's some Southern soul or gospel music that we need to do, then we'll do it together, and it's like a joint venture. Me and D. Scott put that thing together, so you can sing, and we'll basically put it together right here on the spot for you. And I don't even put my beats online currently. I'm thinking about it, but I don't put any beats online because I have a lot of people that come through, and that makes my beats super exclusive. So if you come through and hear the beat and you want to buy it, you're the only person that's got it. No one's ever downloaded. Nobody rapped on it. You're the only person that's got that beat. So it's super exclusive to you only. And if I make a beat for you on the spot, of course that's exclusive. I made that just for you. So it's easy. I hope we get more into that. The YouTube beats are great, and it's a good idea to get your ideas out. Even if you did a YouTube beat and you want to get an original track, it can easily be swapped out. You know, someone can listen to that. I can listen to a beat. Another producer can listen to it and go, yeah, I can make something like that. And you don't even have to re-rap it. If you're in the right kind of studio, they can snatch that beat out, sync that beat up, and put it right back to your vocals and mix and master it and put it out as original track. So, you know, there's still hope in that. And sometimes YouTube will get you where you need to go. But if you want to get really serious with it, you need to get an original track.
All right, y'all. Take notes. Take notes on that, for real. Yeah. Now, KJ, tell Foxy, when did this Wall of Fame start? Like, what's the story behind the Wall of Fame?
It started from day one, but the rule used to be you had to be a major artist to sign it. But I decided to let everybody that work in this studio in any way sign the wall. Because, you know, we wouldn't have had that many signatures if I just said, well, only major artists only probably had just like, you know, maybe 20 signatures. But, you know, I feel like if you came in here and did your thing, you deserve to sign the wall, you know, and so it's become a thing. So it's almost hard to find a spot to sign now. But, you know.
It's awesome. I love it. I love it. What was it like having Young Dolph in here?
I mean, it was pretty cool. Young Dolph was cool. This was when Young Dolph came in here. He wasn't as big as he was, you know, eventually. But we knew who he was, but you know, kinda, sorta. You know what I mean? So, but he came in and did a feature with another artist, and he was real cool. It was dope to work with. He signed the wall too, and I'm still trying to find his signature because it's been so long. Some of them has faded a little bit, and I hate I can't find it, but it's out there. I just gotta find it, and it's a lot of them out there too. So the wall is kind of dark and the hall is dark. So I think if I just get some light and look really hard, I'll probably find it. But he did sign it. I remember I took a picture of it.
So. Awesome. What about Boosie, man?
Man, Boosie been in here like 3 times. So, you know, not that many times, but enough to, you know. And that's that chair right there in the corner, that black chair. If y'all been to 16 Bars, you know about the black recliner that's in the corner. That's his favorite chair. So he's always sit right there. And Boosie's real cool, kind of quiet when when he's working on the rhyme, when he get in there and, you know, getting ready to rap. He's kind of quiet, but Boosie kind of, he'll trip. Boosie was funny. I remember a few jokes, you know.
Yeah.
And, he was real cool to work with. But, he really was about business. He come in and write the verse pretty much on the spot and go in there and spit it. And every time, it was dope every time. And he signed the wall 3 times, so.
Boosie, if you watching, man, Foxy need an interview. Stop playing with me. Come on to the Fox Cave, or we'll come to you, for real. KJ, here at the Fox Cave Chronicles, we're all about giving. So on behalf of the Fox Cave Chronicles team, I have a gift for you, just a little something to show my appreciation for you taking time out your busy day to chop it up with Foxy.
Oh, thank you. It was just an honor enough to be on the show.
I have a gift for you. And I know you like to drink coffee.
Yeah.
So that should come in handy.
Oh, man. Hold up. Wait a minute now. Gotta be something. Oh, I love it. This is dope. And
we got you something else in there, down off in there too.
Okay. All right.
Another little happy down off in there.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. This is cool. I got a lighter with Fox Cave Chronicle on it and this dope coffee cup. Let me slide that down so y'all can see that. That's fine. I appreciate that. That's super nice. And I got something for you. I got 2 hours free studio time to any artist of your choice. So you know. You send whoever you think need that studio time.
Oh my goodness! Now don't y'all be trying to be my friend now.
You know.
Don't be trying to be my friend. Any shout outs, any words of encouragement for someone that's watching right now that may be trying to get into the music engineering business?
Okay, music engineering business. If you love it, just do it. And a lot of people ask me how to get started. Just get started. I mean, right now it's easy to download something like Pro Tools. That's what I use, Pro Tools, and just get a good computer, laptop, and a microphone, and that'll get you started right there. I mean, seriously. And you know, just don't jump into it. Get some training, because you know, I started out, I taught myself at first, but I had to go to school, I had to learn. And when I went to school and learned, I found out I didn't know anything about engineering. I didn't know anything about sound recording. So get properly trained, because just trying to figure it out, it's a lot of stuff that you're going to not understand, and you're going to be doing it wrong. You're not going to get that sound that you're looking for. And you're going to be wondering, why not? You know, I got the EQ, I got the plugins, but it takes a whole lot more than that. And if it's something that you really love and it's a passion, jump all the way into it. Just do it. That's it. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Awesome. We want to thank KJ for allowing the Fox Cave Chronicles to come invade his studio over here at 16 Bars.
I'm glad you came.
Make sure y'all lock in with him, tap in with him. Tell them how they can get those studio sessions booked again for the ones that just tuning in.
Well, 601-622-2922 is my number. You can text or call. You can DM me on Instagram, but I don't recommend it. I don't check those every day. I'm not a real big social media person, so just call me. That's the best way to get it. And you must be 18 years or older. If you're under 18, just bring a parent or a guardian to sign off so they can come and meet me and see the studio and see where they're leaving their child. But other than that, if you're 18 or older, just give me a call and set the appointment up. You do have to book it ahead of time. We do be pretty busy, so you may look at about a week to get in, unless we have a cancel or somebody rescheduled or something like that.
All right. Great. Cool beans. I enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it too. I really appreciate it. This is my first interview.
I told you wasn't gonna be bad.
And I was nervous, y'all. So, you know, I was like, I'm gonna forget my own name.
So crazy. So I'm thinking about I'm gonna have to have you back for season 5 so we can catch back up and see what, you know what I'm saying. I may have forgot to ask something, so I might want to ask it for season 5.
All right, okay,
you know,
cool.
Y'all heard what they said. 2 free hours studio time. Who will Foxy pick? We'll see.
Right, that little contest or something.
Yeah, that's what's going on in my head right now. Yeah. I smell a contest coming on. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Gonna definitely do that. All right, y'all. We want to thank KJ once again for letting the Fox K come invade 16 Bars Studio for this dope interview. Make sure y'all tap in with him over here at 16 Bars Studio. They putting it down. Very professional, very welcoming. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Very legendary.
Just to throw out, we do shoot music videos too. Our music videos are $400 with next day turnaround time. If you want to see what my work look like, check out my YouTube channel, which is Monday J Baker Films. Monday J Baker Films.
Recording studio in Jackson, Mississippi. 4652 McWillie Drive, Jackson's industry recording studio. We also offer online mix and mastering and all other studio needs. Visit 16barsrecording.webs.com. Once again, 16barsrecording.webs.com. 16 Bars Recording Studio. You can also contact us at 601-622-2922. Located in Jackson, Mississippi, 4652 McWillie Drive. Your #1 industry standard recording studio, 16 Bars. Offering quality recording, mixing, mastering, editing, music production, live bands, voiceovers, and more. Contact us today. Block rates available. Also visit on Instagram at 16BarsStudio. Call KJ at 601-622-2922. Book your session today.